Hello? Today, let's take a delightful trip down memory lane as we explore one of the all-time best Christmas comedy movies, Home Alone. I'm sure many of you have fond memories of this classic film. Home Alone is a timeless treasure that has made a lasting impact on television history. Join us as we rediscover the enchantment, going through the entire cast's then and now journey. We'll reveal the original identities and ages of the talented actors from the show and see how they've transformed in 2024. So without further ado, let's immerse ourselves in the world of Home Alone. Number 1. Macaulay Culkin as Kevin. You don't want to mess with Kevin. This little guy can seamlessly transition from a cute kid to a villain straight out of Saw in the blink of an eye. He has the knack for acting innocent and adorably bratty around his parents, only to unleash booby traps on his burglar enemies. When he's left to his own devices, this little guy doesn't just tackle boring grown-up stuff, he turns it into a full-blown adventure. Grocery shopping? That's like a heroic quest. Setting the table? He's practically a master chef. Doing laundry? It's a daring mission. And his ultimate favorite? Shaving. Because, you know, nothing screams grown up louder than a good shave. The former child star, famous for his roles in My Girl and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, smoothly transitioned into the next phase of his acting career with well-received films like The Good Son, Richie Rich, and Saved. Culkin also made his mark on television with recurring roles in shows like Kings, Robot Chicken, and The Jim Gaffigan Show, before making a notable comeback to the big screen in Changeland. In 2021, he captivated audiences as Mickey in Season 10 of American Horror Story. Beyond his acting endeavors, the New York native ventured into comedy, launching the Bunny Ears brand in 2017, complete with a website, podcast, and video content. Culkin's achievements reached a pinnacle when he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in December 2023, with industry colleagues like OHara paying tribute to his contributions. In his personal life, Culkin's relationships have drawn attention. His nearly 9-year romance with Mila Kunis ended in January 2011. He later found love with Brenda Song, and the couple joyously welcomed their first child, son Dakota, in April 2021. In January 2022, they announced their engagement, and in a heartwarming twist, the family quietly expanded with the arrival of their second child, son Carson, in March 2023, a delightful chapter in Culkin's ever-evolving life story. Kevin was played by Macaulay Culkin when he was 12 years old, and now he is 43 years old. Number 2. Joe Pesci as Harry, the brains behind the ruthless duo. While reasonably intelligent, his hot temper often casts a shadow on his smarts, especially when partnered with Marv. Together, they've pulled off surprising successful capers, emerging from their van with a spirited battle cry, "Crowbars up!" However, facing Kevin McAllister might be a different story. The duo may have met their match, and their days of successful schemes could be numbered. Watch out, Harry and Marv, because Kevin McAllister is ready to give you a run for your crowbars. Joe Pesci was a pro at switching between roles, proving how versatile he is. You might remember him in Betsy's Wedding and the classic Goodfellas, or perhaps as the hilariously menacing bandit Harry in Home Alone and its sequel. This guy, who won an Oscar, has done it all, from intense performances in JFK and My Cousin Vinny, to the heartfelt A Bronx Tale and the action-packed Lethal Weapon series. In the early 2000s, Pesci took a break from Hollywood to try his hand at music, even dropping 3 albums. But you know how it goes. The silver screen called him back, and he made a strong comeback with roles in The Good Shepherd, Love Ranch, and the critically acclaimed The Irishman. Beyond the glitz and glamour of his Hollywood career, Pesci's personal life had its share of ups and downs. He was married to actress Claudia Harrow from 1988 to 1992, and later got engaged to model Angie Everhart, but that didn't go the distance, ending in 2008. Amid all this, Pesci took on the role of a dad, welcoming a daughter into his life. Harry was played by Joe Pesci when he was 49 years old, and now he is 80 years old. Number 3, Daniel Stern as Marv. Marv, who, let's be honest, is a bit of a goof. Harry, his partner in crime, isn't much better, but Marv takes the cake in instability and, well, lack of intelligence. Marv's ambitions go beyond mere robbery. He's into property damage. Little does he know, these destructive tendencies end up sealing his and Harry's fate. When the cops finally nab them, it's not Sherlock-level deduction, it's that unmistakable calling card, the wet bandits, that makes it easy. Daniel Stern, known for his roles in The Wonder Years and City Slickers, sandwiched between the Home Alone films, played the airhead Marv in both iconic movies. His post-Home Alone ventures include appearances in Rookie of the Year, Viva Las Vegas, A Previous Engagement, and a reprisal of his role as Phil Berquist in City Slickers 2. Beyond film, the Maryland native showcased his talent on TV shows like Dilbert, Regular Joe, Manhattan, and Shrill. Stern, also a sculptor, contributed to public art projects across Southern California. While not packing the name recognition of some of his more high-wattage contemporaries, Stern nonetheless remained one of the more versatile supporting actors in film and on television. Number 4, Katherine OHara as Kate. Kate's most notable blunder, of course, was forgetting about Kevin. To add to that, she had a tendency to be easily swayed by her older son, Buzz. A case in point. She fell for Buzz's insincere apology to Kevin after the Christmas pageant humiliation. Despite these lapses, Kate did make sincere efforts to make amends both times Kevin found himself accidentally left to fend for himself. Amidst maternal imperfections and heartfelt attempts, Kate is a character with a genuinely caring side, always doing her best to set things right when holiday chaos ensues. Here's to Kate, the loving yet imperfect matriarch of the McAllister clan. Over the past 3 decades, Katherine OHara has maintained a bustling career with roles spanning various films and TV shows. Her contributions include lending her voice to Sally in The Nightmare Before Christmas, embodying Cookie Fleck in Best in Show, and portraying diverse characters in projects like A Mighty Wind, A Series of Unfortunate Events, Monster House, Penelope, Killers, Glenn Martin DDS, and Skylanders Academy. However, Katherine is most prominently recognized for her exceptional portrayal of Moira Rose in the beloved comedy series Schitt's Creek, where she held a central role from 2015 to 2020. Recent credits include appearances on Central Park and The Kids in the Hall. Additionally, she is set to guest star in the Season 2 premiere of Fraggle Rock, and is reportedly gearing up to reprise her role as Delia Dietz in the highly anticipated sequel to Beetlejuice, as reported by The Direct. In her personal life, the comedian tied the knot with production designer Bo Welch in 1992, and together, they are proud parents of 2 children. As Katherine continues to shine in the entertainment industry, her narrative unfolds as a harmonious blend of talent, laughter, and enduring success. Kate played by Katherine OHara when she was 38 years old, and now she is 69 years old. Number 5, John Heard as Peter. In the 1970s, John Heard made a significant impact on the theater scene, earning prestigious Obie Awards before seamlessly transitioning to the silver screen. During this era, he assumed leading roles in underappreciated cult classics such as Between the Lines, Chilly Scenes of Winter, and Cutter's Way. As the decade unfolded, he effortlessly shifted into character roles in Hollywood, gaining notable recognition as Macaulay Culkin's father in the iconic film Home Alone. Heard excelled in portraying men grappling with various forms of turmoil, whether it be romantic, moral, or criminal. Even in minor roles, such as in Awakenings and In the Line of Fire, he brought a depth and complexity that left a lasting impact. His versatility also shone through in recurring television roles, affording him the time to fully develop characters, including an Emmy-nominated portrayal as a corrupt cop on The Sopranos. Throughout his career, Hurd established himself as one of the industry's most recognizable and reliable actors, known for infusing gravity and nuance into every role he undertook. His journey from the theater to the big and small screens left a legacy of talent, making him a beloved figure in the world of entertainment. Peter played by John Hurd when he was 46 years old. Sadly, Hurd died of cardiac arrest due to atherosclerotic and hypertensive heart disease on July 21, 2017, at the age of 71. Number 6. Devin Rattray as Buzz's rap sheet includes being cruel, selfish, greedy, unsympathetic, and downright hostile. His favorite part-time job? Making Kevin's life miserable. From snatching Kevin's coveted cheese pizza to orchestrating a Christmas pageant humiliation with electric candles behind Kevin's ears, Buzz's mean streak knows no bounds. And that apology after the pageant incident? Far from sincere. Buzz, the not-so-jolly sibling in the holiday mix. Devin Rattray etched his place in cinematic history with his iconic portrayal of Buzz, the antagonistic older brother in Home Alone. Buzz's disdainful lines about mice guts, French women foregoing shaving, and tarantulas became some of the film's most memorable quotes. As the epitome of sibling torment with his flat-topped demeanor, Buzz was just one of the quippy bullies Rattray brought to life in the early 90s, marking the beginning of his transition to more mature roles. Rattray's journey in the entertainment world commenced with his appearance in 1986's Where Are the Children? And a brief stint on Heartland. Not long after, he portrayed a schoolyard bully in the campy horror film Little Monsters. However, it was Buzz in Home Alone and its sequel, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, that solidified his status as a memorable character actor. Following these successes, Rattray took on the role of a babysitting boyfriend in Dennis the Menace. Transitioning from his early roles, Rattray continued to evolve as an actor. In 2008, he co-produced and starred in Courting Condi, a faux documentary or love story where he played himself on a quest to fall in love with former U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Demonstrating his versatility, he delivered a notable performance in Surrogates and made a cameo in the film R.I.P.D., affirming his successful transition from child actor to adulthood. Devin Rattray's career trajectory is a testament to his talent and adaptability, showcasing his ability to move seamlessly from iconic childhood roles to more mature and diverse characters in the world of film. Buzz played by Devin Rattray when he was 15 years old, and now he is 46 years old. Number 7. Roberts Blossom as Marley. In Old Man. Marley's penultimate scene in Home Alone, the intention is to humanize the character, revealing that Marley's not entirely bad. The scene suggests that both he and Kevin have lessons to learn from each other. Old Man Marley stands out as perhaps the only adult with a slim chance of assisting Kevin in reuniting with his family or finding the adult supervision he clearly needs. Surprisingly, he doesn't make an attempt, leaving several missed opportunities for connection. Mr. Blossom amassed a long string of theater credits before hitting his stride as a character actor in the movies in the 1970s. He performed in dozens of films, usually in small but memorable roles. He was an ill-fated patient in the George C. Scott film The Hospital, the delirious Wild Bob Cody in Slaughterhouse-Five, Paul Le Mat's ornery father in Citizen's Band, the farmer who once saw Bigfoot in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the convict who paints the warden's portrait in Escape from Alcatraz, and the irate judge who sentences Michael J. Fox to community service in the local hospital in Dock, Hollywood. He played against type in the hugely popular Christmas film Home Alone. As Old Man Marley, He was a threatening-looking geezer rumored to have killed his entire family, but the scary Marley turns out to be a sweet old fellow who befriends the character played by Macaulay Culkin. His first marriage ended in divorce. His second wife, the former Marilyn Orshin, died in 1982. In addition to his daughter of Los Angeles, he is survived by a son, Michael, of Chicago. Marley played by Roberts Blossom when he was 66 years old. Sadly, Blossom died on July 8, 2011, at the age of 87 from cerebrovascular disease. He was residing in a nursing home at the time of his death. Number 8. Hilary Wolf as Megan. Unlike Buzz, Megan doesn't sport the same mean streak toward Kevin. In fact, she assumes a protective role, showcasing genuine love and care for her younger brother, even amidst occasional less-than-kind moments. Megan, the sibling balancing act of love and teasing, injects a dose of familial warmth into the McAllister dynamic. Here's to Megan, the caring sister who weaves a blend of protection and playful banter into the family tableau. In the 90s classic, actress Hilary Wolf stepped into the shoes of Megan, one of Kevin's sisters. Early in her film career, she graced productions like Waiting for the Light and Big Girls Don't Cry, They Get Even, before making a triumphant return to her familiar role in Home Alone 2. Surprisingly, this marked her final appearance in the film world. Transitioning from the realm of acting, the former child star took a leap into the world of sports. She showcased her athleticism on an international stage as a judo competitor in the 1996 and 2000 Summer Olympics. Come December 2017, Wolf added another accolade to her list when she authored The Not-So-Zen Mom: Parenting Strategies for Survival. This venture highlighted her versatility and insights extending beyond the entertainment industry. Originally hailing from Chicago, Wolf has embraced motherhood with the same vigor she brought to her diverse pursuits. The proud mother of 2 sons, she embarks on a unique adventure, underlining the multifaceted journey of a former child star turned author and parent. Megan played by Hilary Wolf when she was 15 years old, and now she is 46 years old. Number 9. Michael Morona as Jeff. Michael Morona embarked on his entertainment journey by portraying Kevin's brother Jeff in both Home Alone films, sparking the beginning of a diverse career. He further endeared himself to fans as Big Pete Wrigley on The Adventures of Pete and Pete, a role he revisited in 10 short films about the same characters. Expanding his acting repertoire, Morona graced films such as What Alice Found, Men Without Jobs, and High School Confidential. However, he eventually transitioned to behind-the-scenes work, contributing to the camera and electrical departments in various films and TV series, including Pan Am, Made in Jersey, and Elementary. Morona served as the base camp generator operator on shows like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist before assuming the role of best boy rigging on The Plot Against America and Dickinson. A native of New York, Morona has explored different facets of the entertainment industry, showcasing his versatility both in front of and behind the camera. In his personal life, he takes pride in being a father to 1 son, marking yet another chapter in his multifaceted journey in the world of film and television. Jeff played by Michael Morona when he was 15 years old, and now he is 46 years old. Number 10. Jerry Baman as Uncle Frank. Jerry Baman kicked off his journey in the world of film and television in the mid-1980s, landing minor roles in comedies like Cocktail and The Secret of My Success. However, his big break arrived in 1990 when he stepped into the shoes of Uncle Frank in the immensely popular film Home Alone. As Uncle Frank, Baman skillfully portrayed a character known for his indifference and almost antipathy towards the 8-year-old protagonist, played by Macaulay Culkin. The triumph of Home Alone set the stage for Baman's return as Uncle Frank in the 1992 sequel, Home Alone 2: Lost in New York, collectively raking in over $800 million worldwide. Post this success, Bamman continued to flex his acting muscles in TV movies and series from 1991 to 1992, landing noteworthy roles in the show The Chase and the movie The $10 Million Getaway. Undeterred by the passage of time, he sustained his momentum through the 2000s, making appearances in a diverse array of Hollywood films, TV movies, and series. Jerry Bamman's career is a testament to both the critical and commercial triumphs of Home Alone and its sequel, showcasing his enduring and versatile contributions to the realms of film and television across the years. Uncle Frank played by Jerry Bamman when he was 51 years old, and now he is 82 years old. Number 11, Stacey Moses as Tracy Amy. Moses, born on August 8, 1973 in Elmhurst, Illinois, comes from a background of Italian and Lebanese descent. Her foray into show business began at the remarkably young age of 6 months, when she made her debut in a diaper commercial, an experience she humorously describes as embarrassing. Over the years, Moses has cultivated an impressive resume, making appearances in over 100 national commercials, featuring notable brands such as Teleflora, Wendy's, and Toyota. At the tender age of 7, Moses landed the role of Molly in the national touring company of Annie, gracing the stage in 487 performances. Balancing her pursuit of a high school diploma at the Chicago Academy for the Arts, she co-starred in the 1990 feature film Home Alone and its 1992 sequel, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, portraying one of Kevin McAllister's older cousins. Upon graduating at 16, Moses ventured to California to attend the University of Southern California's School of Theater. Her film credits include works like Choose Connor, Can't Hardly Wait, DC Cab, Scream Queen, The Kiss, and Tequila Body Shots. On the small screen, she has graced various shows, including Strong Medicine, The Education of Max Bickford, Everybody Loves Raymond, The Division, Touched by an Angel, and Party of Five. Moses held recurring roles on My So-Called Life, Sister, Sister, Greek, and General Hospital. In 1993, she was a series regular on the NBC Saturday morning sitcom Running the Halls, which lasted for 1 season. Beyond her acting endeavors, Moses was part of the improv troupe Danger Danger. Currently residing in Los Angeles, she continues to contribute to the world of entertainment with her diverse talents and experiences. Tracy played by Stacey Moses when she was 19 years old, and now she is 50 years old. Number 12, Angela Goethals as Linny Less, annoying than her younger brother, but just as precocious. Linny McAllister shares a personality with her older brother, Buzz. Linny still exhibits a bit of arrogance and callousness. This is evident when she insults Kevin in an entirely different language, flaunting her French skills in front of him, knowing he won't understand what she means. Angela Goethals began acting early. By age 10, she had appeared on Broadway. Her first major film role came in the 1988 comedy Heartbreak Hotel, about a group of youngsters who attempt to kidnap Elvis. 2 years later, Goethals reteamed with that film's director, Chris Columbus, to play the exasperated older sister of Macaulay Culkin in the worldwide smash Home Alone. In 1993, she starred as a teenage tennis champion in the short-lived sitcom Phenom, and later co-starred in another quickly canceled series, the comic fantasy Do-Over. She subsequently had a guest stint on the action show 24, and a major role in the horror comedy movie Behind the Mask. Today, Angela is fluent in French and has a degree in the subject from private university Vassar College in Poughkeepsie, USA. We guess that must have come in handy for her infamous Les Incompetents put-down. Larry Zito played by John Deal when he was 34 years old, and now he is 73 years old. Number 13, John Candy as Gus Polinski. This guy is basically the Christmas spirit personified. He's a jolly, polka-playing Midwesterner with a heart of gold. When he sees Kevin's mom in distress at the Scranton airport, he doesn't hesitate to try to help. Beyond being a helpful guy, He adds a touch of humor, treating his polka band involvement like a superstar's life, minus the neglectful family aspects. Gus's world is a blend of joy, assistance, and a catchy polka beat. Canadian funny man John Candy was known around Hollywood as one of the most amiable, easygoing people to work with. On screen, that inherent genial nature combined with his terrific comedic sense created some of most memorable movie characters of the 80s and 90s like Uncle Buck Russell and Del Griffith in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Candy first became known to millions in the late 70s as a cast member of the legendary Canadian sketch comedy show SCTV, before going on to enjoy success in dozens of features, including 7 for the era's box office comedy king, John Hughes. However, the major talent was capable of far more than increasingly subpar Hollywood offerings, and Candy's frustration manifested itself with excessive eating and heavy smoking. Gus Polinski, played by John Candy, when he was 40 years old. Sadly, Candy died in his sleep at the age of 43 on March 4, 1994, in Durango City, Mexico, while filming Wagons East. A spokeswoman said that Candy's cause of death was a heart attack. Number 14. Larry Hankin as Officer Balzac. Balzac's so laid back, he seems as if he's about to nod off, or maybe he's just used to getting phone calls from frantic people. When Kevin's mom realizes he's missing, she phones the village police in their Chicago suburb. First, she gets the police operator, Rose, who transfers her to the Family Crisis Intervention Wing of the department. That's where she encounters Balzac, who goes through a checklist asking whether her son has ingested poison, been in a household accident, or suffered other mishaps. New York-bred character actor Larry Hankin did not decide to become an entertainer until his early 30s, when he waltzed into a Greenwich Village coffee house and thought he'd take up stand-up comedy. He also performed his stand-up act opening for rock bands like the Lovin' Spoonful, as well as jazz pioneer Miles Davis. A notable part playing Alcatraz convict Charlie Butts in the 1979 Clint Eastwood prison drama, Escape from Alcatraz, was a memorable role for the lanky, distinctive-looking actor. A year later, a short film he wrote, directed, and starred in, Solly's Diner, was nominated for an Academy Award. His role in the Adam Sandler comedy Billy Madison as Carl, the character who inherits Billy's hotel, was memorable, as was his recurring guest spot on sitcom Friends, playing Mr. Heckles, the downstairs neighbor of Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox's characters. His most recognized role, though, was on an episode of Seinfeld, playing an actor hired to play Kramer on Jerry's sitcom pilot within the show. Officer Balzac played by Larry Hankin when he was 53 years old, and now he is 86 years old. Number 15. Kristen Minter as Heather. Kristen Minter, a seasoned television actress, gained prominence for her role as Randy Fronczak in the acclaimed series ER. Hailing from Yardley, Pennsylvania, she embarked on her acting career with the series Living Dolls in 1989. The following year marked her appearance in the box office hit Home Alone and the TV series The Outsiders. In 1991, she took on the memorable role of Kathy Winslow in the cult Vanilla Ice feature Cool as Ice, earning a Razzie Award for her performance. Following her roles in films like Passed Away, Bayscape 2042, and Flashfire, Minter became a recurring presence on Highlander. However, her career reached new heights in 1995 when she secured the pivotal role of Randy Fronczak in the NBC series ER, a character she portrayed for 72 episodes until 2003. In 1996, she expanded her television portfolio with appearances on Nash Bridges and continued to showcase her talent in series such as Providence, NYPD Blue, John Doe, and the soap opera General Hospital. The year 2005 saw Minter's involvement in the series Blind Justice and Crossing Jordan, followed by her contribution to the feature film Friends with Money in 2006. With a career marked by versatility and depth, Kristen Minter remains a notable figure in the world of television and film. Heather played by Kristen Minter when she was 25 years old, and now she is 58 years old. Number 16. Kieran Culkin as Fuller, Kevin's cousin, is a bit of a specialist in a peculiar skill, bedwetting. Clearly, he's inherited some traits from Uncle Frank. We catch a glimpse of Fuller in the kitchen, chugging down Pepsi with a knowing look directed at Kevin. The forecast for the night suggests potential dampness if they end up sharing a bed. Not the most pleasant outlook. Kieran Culkin, who spent his early career in the shadow of his brother Macaulay, has emerged as a highly acclaimed actor in his own right. After gaining recognition in his youth with roles in the Home Alone and Father of the Bride franchises, Kieran embarked on a successful transition from child stardom. His adult career includes standout performances in films like Igby Goes Down, 2002, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Margaret, Movie 43, and No Sudden Move. From 2018 to 2023, Kieran took on the role of Roman Roy, the youngest sibling in HBO's Succession, a portrayal that earned him 3 Emmy nominations and 3 Golden Globe nods. In 2023, he reprised his role as Wallace Wells in voice only in the Netflix animated series Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Beyond his acting achievements, Kieran tied the knot with wife Jazz Charton in June 2013. Their family expanded with the arrival of daughter Kinsey Sue in 2019 and son Wilder Wolf in 2021, adding a delightful chapter to Kieran Culkin's evolving personal narrative. Fuller played by Kieran Culkin when he was 8 years old, and now he is 41 years old. Number 17. Tim Curry as Concierge. Though moviegoers across several generations associate him with his memorable debut role as the campy transvestite Dr. Frank-N-Furter in the cult classic The Rocky Horror Picture Show, actor Tim Curry struggled throughout his career to live up to the role that made him famous. Curry managed to chip away at the narrow perception of him with a wide range of performances, playing the title role in the stage production of Amadeus and the cartoonishly evil rooster in the film version of Annie. He later played the butler Wadsworth in the board game-turned-movie Clue, and then delivered a deliciously scary turn as the murderous circus clown Pennywise in Stephen King's It. In the 1990s, Curry put his pliant voice to good use in a number of animated projects, which became something of a second career for the actor. On the screen, he largely played the villain in The Three Musketeers, Charlie's Angels, and to some extent, Kinsey. But any vestiges of Frank-N-Furter that may have remained were wiped away when he starred as King Arthur in the Broadway production, Spam-A-Lot, a musical adaptation of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Comfortable with his association with Rocky Horror later in his career, Curry stood far above his British compatriots as being one of that country's most intriguing and talented exports. Concierge played by Tim Curry when he was 44 years old, and now he is 77 years old. As we look back on the remarkable journey of the Home Alone cast from 1990 to 1992, observing their development and transformations, it's clear that the connections formed during those years have created a lasting legacy. From thrilling highway pursuits to heartwarming moments, these actors brought the California Highway Patrol to life. Their stories continue to resonate with fans around the world. As we explore their then and now, we celebrate the enduring impact of Home Alone. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic voyage down the California highways with the extraordinary Home Alone of yesteryear.